if it's going to come up on camera or not. Yeah, I guess it will. I'm cooking food too at the same time, so I'm gonna do well, it's actually not an ambidextrous writing, but I'm gonna try to write this as fast as possible with my right hand. It's almost 6:45, so I'm just gonna start it right away. So. Oh, by the way, if you want to know the difference between a lefty and a righty, okay, the lefties normally write overhand, so you're going to see someone writing like this. And the reason why being a lefty sucks is because the English language, when we were taught how to write, you're meant to write with your right hand because you're going underneath the actual writing and you're not smearing it all the way down the paper. So technically, writing with your left hand is actually improper for English. For other languages, it doesn't really that matter that much. I think it's Chinese languages and like Indian languages. They go from the left side of the paper to the right. Wait, is that right? No, right to the left. My bad. And they start from the bottom to the top or something. I don't know. I just know that they go from right to left instead. So that's the big difference between. Actually, I think they go from bottom to top. Actually, or top to bottom, not bottom to top. But that's the big difference between a lefty and a righty. They write overhand. You have to tend to write like this, and you have to get inks that don't smear or they dry almost instantaneously. So making a homemade ink for a lefty is actually 10 times more difficult. If you're making homemade inks, so that way you could save money, you're typically going to have to write with your right hand. That's the interesting part about being a lefty and a righty. Alright, but I actually just went out and purchased some more cheap pens from the store. $1 pens, and to be honest with you, I've been really enjoying these gel pens. I kind of remember them as a kid, but I didn't remember how freaking like dark the ink was and how nice it actually is to write with it. So it's been a long time since I wrote with pens, though. I mean, I wrote with pens, but like I don't write all the time, so. Just kind of forgot what it was like. Whoops. I still can't believe I just did that. I messed that up bad. Swallowed. Need to focus more. So if you need to know why I'm writing underneath, it's because I'm writing with my right hand, and I can show you the difference between a lefty and a righty here in a second. Swallowed by time and swallowed. Voyage. I'm currently 4 minutes into this paragraph, but if I wasn't really ambidextrous, you wouldn't be able to get this far in 4 minutes. And take a break at the same time, so and have a chit chat. So yeah, that's just proof that secret lay. That's easy fix right there. Better. A secret. That would. Rewrite history. Oops. Alright. You tend to make a little bit more mistakes when you're trying to write as fast as possible, but here is my left. And as you can see, I'm writing overhand, not under. I actually messed that up. There's no dot needing to be going over that. my teacher always hated the fact that I would literally take it and loop it right over to get my T's crossed. The reason why she hated it is because literally you can't do that with your right hand. It's almost next to impossible. That's why she hated it. I am almost certain about that. So I gotta go flip my cheeseburger real quick. Okay. That's why she hated that. But to be honest with you, I didn't really care. I did it anyways. She always gave me bad grades based on that. And to me, it wasn't about that at all. And sometimes I didn't do it on purpose. Like, sometimes I would literally just cross it and not loop it all the way through because sometimes when you loop it all the way through, it just makes the whole freaking, like, it's just way too long of a T. And that I understood. So, because she kept complaining about it, I was like, okay, I understand what you're saying. You got something like a T that's stretching all the way across the paper. Yeah, I can understand that. But sometimes I just did it just because I was saving time. She didn't like that much. That's what it's like being a lefty. I think that probably took me 5 minutes. 7 minutes if you count the fact I was probably cooking and I went over there and I was also talking in mid sentence. So, anyways, that's literally how fast I write. It's not that slow. Whoops. That's actually terrible. Of an A. Now I gotta get back in the groove of using my right hand. It's not impossible to do it with your right hand, it's just way more difficult to perform with your right hand than it is with your left. My teacher always hated that. I mean, I could do it with my left, I just did it. But it's way more difficult to perform because technically it's like under instead of over. So when you're over, when you're going down, it's already set up so you could just go straight across. When you're going under, it's like now you gotta lift your hand up, and I don't know, it's just different for me. I guess I gotta get used to that because it might not be impossible actually. I might be able to figure that part out. It's just my teacher always hated it. I always get corrected on that. Yeah, I could do it. I guess it's not impossible. I shouldn't say something's impossible just because I've never done it. I did horrible on that one. To be honest with you, I tend to lean towards trying to get more penmanship. But if you can add speed, you start to learn precision at the same time. The second you start adding that speed to it, you're trying to learn your precision of how your pen should stroke. And that's the way you learn how to become a really good writer. And you just gotta get out of that phase of being scared to do that. Alright. And as you can see, I'm going to show you guys this because so that's what it looks like. I'm going to take a screenshot of the screen or pause right there. I'm going to go check my food real quick. But how long did that? That's less than 5 minutes per paragraph. That's not bad. It's not great, but to be honest with you, my left hand would probably get that done in 3 minutes. So if my right hand is sitting at 5, that means they're pretty much similar. I mean, like, you take 3 divided by 5, or yeah, it's about 3 divided by 5. That's probably what I'm sitting at on percentage of how much different. Where is my calculator on this phone? Oh, there it is. I got apps that I didn't even download on there. Again. Okay, so my right hand is 60% similar to my left hand with this problem. It's pretty neat, ain't it? I gotta get rid of these freaking apps that I didn't install. I don't know why this one, I think, has a virus on it. Because it just randomly installs apps like Sudoku or Sagak, whatever. Now, I downloaded some like these on my actual phone concurrently, the one I'm using, but this one's just downloading them randomly, so I think this thing has a virus. It may sound like I'm nuts for cooking food and not paying attention to it, but my food actually turns out really, really good, and I'm about to show you guys. I don't really like doing this, but I don't even have to pay attention to my food. I just know how it freaking how it smells when it's done and stuff. So, and then that's the inside. No pink. And letting my bacon cook a little bit longer because I like a nice crispy bacon. It is done. It's just not my type of crispy. It's literally like it's like half-ass crispy, I guess. Yeah, excuse my language. I shouldn't say that kind of stuff. Those type of words. Ass. Donkey. Half donkey cooked. Anyways, I'm gonna let that cook for a little bit longer. And yeah, I am that good of a cook. I just don't even have to pay attention to it. I can just let it sit on the freaking stove, walk away, and freaking, come back to it. And sad thing is most people can't do that. Some people can't even cook while like freaking sitting right next to it. So I can do that. I can just walk away. So, hold on, I gotta get something to drink though. I think I'm gonna do one more paragraph and then that's the end of this video. I have no idea. That was probably about 3 minutes and 45 seconds, 4 minutes. I have no idea though. So it's probably about relatively on par now. Anyways, I could probably do one more sentence before my bacon starts getting brown. I know I'm a bit goofy. No, actually, I don't have enough time. Alright, well, I think that's pretty much it then. I'll show you my food. Messed up, I literally didn't even have to cook. I just literally sat there and, showed you guys me writing and someone jamming out the music. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next video.